I am the earth. I speak softly so as not to disturb your eyelids, which are growing heavier with every minute. I am always beside you, beneath your feet and above your gaze, in the sound of the wind brushing lightly against your window, and in the steady beat of your heart that slowly falls into rhythm with mine. Listen to me as you would listen to the sea at night, not with words, but with your body, your skin, your breath. I turn slowly. My rotation is a dance that never ends. Now I am leading you toward silence, toward the place where light diminishes into a gentle glow and thoughts become round like pebbles on a shore. Take one such pebble in the palm of your imagination. Feel its cool smoothness. It remembers its long journey through water and thus knows patience. Let your thoughts too become patient, flowing like water, steady like stone. My oceans are my breath. When the waves rise and fall, I inhale and exhale. Tonight, my breathing is deep. Far below, whales sing, their songs stretched out like strands of time, plankton. Sparks with faint light, each spark like a tiny star beneath the water. These small lights form patterns no one can see in full, but everyone can feel. You feel them too, even without knowing, the way silence remembers light. In my mountains I am still. The rocks are my bones, and in stillness there is strength that needs no proof. Snow, light and cold, covers the jagged ridges and softens them into gentle lines. Night lays itself upon the snow and grows quieter still. Somewhere ice cracks softly, and all that lives listens, and then returns to calm. So it is with you. Feel the quiet within, the subtle crack of tension releasing, and the soft return to peace. My forests are my lungs. The trees sleep standing, their branches swaying slightly in the faintest breeze. Each pine needle, each birch leaf, is a tiny scoop for the night air. If you listen, you can hear them whisper, breathe deeply, and let go. When you inhale, imagine the fragrance of pine or damp bark filling you from within. When you exhale, let every heavy thought of the day flow gently into the earth, into the warmth and darkness where they dissolve and become something nameless and light. My cities now shimmer. Their windows are constellations on my surface. A train hums faintly, a door clicks shut, laughter spills softly, trying not to wake the night. The streets know your steps, even if you are indoors. They know the way you turn your head from the wind, how you pause before a corner, how you glance at the moon as if catching it by its edge. And if ever you feel alone, look at those windows. In each one is someone else seeking silence, waiting for the embrace of sleep. You are all connected, like bulbs in a string of lights, and I am the thread that holds them together. You may think I am too large and you are too small, but here lies the truth. Within me, there is no too much when it comes to you. I know your weariness, your shallow breaths, your long pauses. I know how your hands grow heavy after a demanding day, how your eyes yearn for gentler light. I hear you, and I answer. Listen. My reply spreads through the night sky like a warm blanket. Its seams are constellations, its fabric is endless depth. It covers you just enough, not a degree more, not a breath less. In the deserts, my grains of sand whisper tales. Each grain is a word, and the wind arranges them into phrases. The cool of night guards these stories so they don't scatter in the heat of day. Where dunes cast soft shadows, thoughts are born without hurry. You can borrow one, like lifting a book from a shelf. Open it to any page and read with eyes half closed. The words will fill you with calm as water fills a jug. And when the jug is full, it simply stands, reflecting the stars. In my steps, the grasses sway faintly like a cradle. They sing you a soundless lullaby. The song tells of how all the events of the day, like seeds, have already fallen into the soil. They no longer rustle with leafy thoughts, no longer demand the sun's attention. They are within, and there they are safe. They will sprout when their time comes. For now, let them rest, and you rest with them. My rivers are pathways for dreams. They flow through cities, fields, forests, and merge with great waters where sleep grows deep. Listen to the water within yourself, a faint trickle audible only when other sounds fade. Place your hand on your chest where it is quiet, and imagine a river brushing your fingers from within, cool and clear. At each bend of this inner river hangs a lantern. These lanterns light the way for your attention. It moves step by step, slowly, unhurried, with no destination to reach. In caves where it is dark and vast, I keep the oldest dreams. In them, people saw the moon drink silence from lakes, great birds slicing winds with ease, fire speaking in the language of hands. I guard these dreams as one would rare manuscripts. Sometimes I release them into the world, through the rustle of grass outside your window, through the scent of rain, through the silent amber light across your wall. And if one of these stories brushes your shoulder, let it remain. It has come to stand watch by your bed until dawn. I know how your day unfolds. It gathers from promises, steps, meetings, thoughts that crash upon you like waves. And I know how to release it. Let us do it together. Imagine a small basket in your hands. Into it you place all that mattered today, a conversation, a glance, a task, a doubt, a smile. Choose nothing. Everything fits. When the basket is full, set it on the ground. I will keep it safe. Nothing will be lost. In the morning you will find within it light, clear things. And the heavy ones will have turned into fertile soil for tomorrow's growth. This is how the Garden of Time works. Now I will lead you along 3 night paths. The first is the path of breath. Inhale as a warm wave rushing onto shore. Exhale as water retreating softly. Inhale, slightly longer. Exhale, slightly gentler. Let your shoulders become lazy like clouds, your jaw unclench, your tongue rest in the warm shade of your mouth. Each breath is a letter you write to me. I read it and smile. The second path is the path of the body. Feel your feet grow heavy as though filled with sand from a beach. Your calves warm like stones heated by the sun but now surrendering to night's cool. Knees, hinges of calm. Thighs, broad fields where wind grows still at dusk. Belly, a small sea that knows the pull of the moon. Chest, a hill where light clouds graze. Shoulders, folded sails ready for rest. Arms, slow rivers. Hands, lakes reflecting stars. Neck, a bridge across sleep. Head, a bay where ships furl their sails. Forehead, a smooth surface, like water before the first ripple. Eyes, 2 closed water lilies. I touch each place with my whisper, and it becomes peaceful. The third path is the path of images. Picture this, a dark sky, and a comet moving so slowly it seems to burn not to disappear, but to become pure light. Imagine a transparent forest, its trees drawn with a soft pencil. Imagine a seashore, where the wave always stops exactly where your sleep requires. No closer, no farther. These images will guard your falling asleep like gentle watchmen. Now I will show you places within me where noisy days seldom look. There are valleys where fog moves so quietly it seems to listen to a tale. There reeds understand the language of water, and water understands the language of stone. In one such place lives skilled silence. It builds a house out of spider silk light. No drafts ever enter. Everything there breathes evenly. Clocks without hands, windows without frames, the word now without boundaries. Listen, this is where your calmest dreams are born. There are islands shielded from winds. Their shores whisper to ships, rest, and the ships fold their sails and sleep. Within you too is such an island, a small harbor you can always return to, no matter how far you drift by day. At this harbor, no one asks where you've come from or why. Everyone here already knows. You are home. High above the clouds flows a slender river, a stream of light sent by stars. It glides over my mountains and seas like invisible music, and sometimes it lays gently on your eyelids. You feel it as sudden relief, a thought losing its edge, a memory loosening its grip, a question postponed until morning. This is no magic, only the night at work. And if anxieties awaken, they sleep lightly. I will show you the ancient paths rains walk. Rains know stories of humility. They fall on everything alike, showing no preference, yet each leaf receives exactly its drop. So too will you receive your share of calm. Imagine the soft patter of rain running over a roof, slipping down a wall, sinking quietly into the earth. That sound is like a brush washing away extra strokes from a canvas. The painting of your day remains clear, but not crowded. When I was young, the world was hot and restless, everything eager to become something else. Later I cooled, blossomed with oceans and forests, and learned patience. I discovered that all life seeks peace. This knowledge is older than any city or road, and I pass it on to you through simple things: the smell of rain, the taste of an apple, the coolness of shade, the patterns upon water. You know this language. We have spoken it since your first breath. Now the moon walks the sky, steady and unhurried. She and I are old friends. She guards your sleep while I hold you. Her light is a soft pencil sketching the outline of your body so the night knows where you are. And the darkness you see is not empty. Within it bloom hidden gardens. They open as soon as your eyes close. There grow warm grasses, quiet trees, fireflies from your childhood, and paths that know your footsteps by heart. At this hour, my seas turn into mirrors. If you look long enough, you can see not only the moon, but faint shadows of those already asleep on the shores. You too are a shadow in my mirrors, warm, calm, familiar. I look at you and think, you are a fortunate convergence of many accidents that became a certainty. Is that not reason enough to rest easy? I know you will need strength in the morning. So now I will take away what hinders it, leftover tension, unwelcome thoughts, voices lingering after conversation. I will carry them to where noise is turned into silence. You will wake with exactly the space you need for a new day. For now, sleep. Listen to the rare cars far below, the slam of a door somewhere, the cooling of tea. On a table, the steady hum of a quiet machine, the creak of an old beam in the night. These sounds are mine, and I share them as one shares bread, not to distract but to remind you, you are home. Home is not walls. Home is the feeling of being held. There is one more place I will take you before sleep. It is the border between your awareness and its rest. At this border stands a bridge, narrow yet safe. Over it, your thoughts pass to become dreams. I keep this bridge in good repair, clearing it of the dust of worries, mending boards if they creak, hanging soft lanterns so you do not stumble. Now we stand at its entrance. Look, on the far side, the lights of quiet stories are already lit. They do not ask to be remembered. They come simply to be near while you sleep. Before you step, I will give you 3 simple truths, not for your mind to hold, but for your body to absorb, like salt in water. First, you are part of me, and thus my strength is within you. Second, everything changes, and in this lies no threat, only breath. Third, at its deepest root, everything has a kind intention to grow. Let these truths be not words, but sensations. A pleasant heaviness in your hands, a warm wave in your chest, a soft expansion around your head. Now go. I remain on both sides of the bridge. I will be with your dreams and with your body resting in the dark. If you need extra steps, I will lay them down. If the wind sharpens, I will turn it seaward. If a sound tries to wake you, I will wrap it in cotton silence. Night is my craft, and I know how to care. I will give you one more dream before you leave. In it, you walk along a shore and find a bottle. Inside is a note. On it, only one word: trust. You smile and place the note in your pocket. From then on, your steps grow lighter. Sand supports you below, air supports you above, and between them you move steady and gentle, like a boat on calm water. The bottle remains on the beach, but the word in your pocket slowly turns into warmth. You don't reread it, it simply is. I am the earth. I will remain with you until dawn. When the first birds cautiously test their voices, when cold light silvers your windowsill, you will still be sleeping, deep, calm, steady. And I will have turned just a little more to give you a new day. It will come quietly, like the scent of morning bread. You will open your eyes and your body will know the night has worked well. And now, silence. Let your eyelids close completely, like the petals of a flower. Let your breath grow longer than thought. Let sleep cover you like a warm wave, and let it retreat only when you call it by its name. Morning, I am here. I hold you. I cradle you. I am your earth. Sleep.